Hello everyone, Vexillographer here. So a little while ago I put together a list of 100 of the world's largest cities. This list was chosen based on the city's population size, as well as their geographic area, but most importantly, every single city on this list has its own flag. And I had you awesome people decide which flags are the best and which ones were the worst. So basically on the voting forms that I sent you guys, you could give each design a score from 0 to 10 based on how good or bad you thought the design was, and there was also a spot for you guys to leave comments on those city flags. So, with your votes, I have put together the list of the top 10 major city flags of the world chosen by you. Here we go. Starting out at number 10 is the city of Harbin, China. It's the capital of the northeastern province of Heilongjiang, and it's got a pretty good flag. You guys gave this one an average score of 7.46 out of 10, which is not bad. It's got a nice green background with the city's emblem in the center. It appears to be very similar to the city seal, just without the text, which is, in my opinion, a very good flag design choice I approve of. Unfortunately, there has not been very much written about this flag online that I could find, so let's just get to your comments, shall we? Let's see, Katie Cat says, "Looks like a Japanese flag, aka simple and good." Rosal says, "Do you see the little note? Yeah, I love it." There does seem to be like a little musical note hidden in the water in the graphic design, which is pretty cool. And Guillemation says, "Amazing, looks a bit Macau-ish though." It kind of does. Samantha says, "This one is a really cute. I love it." I agree. And Nigu says, "Pros, few colors. They removed the text from the emblem before putting it on the flag. Cons, none." I pretty much agree. This is a good flag to start out with. We're off to a good start here. Number 9 is the flag of Chicago, the largest city in the state of Illinois and the third largest city in the United States. It's a pretty good flag design. You guys gave it a very similar score to Harbin, also 7.46 on average, just a tiny few decimals better than Harbin. It's a pretty good design. It's got lots of symbolism. The two horizontal blue stripes represent the two branches of the Chicago River that go through the city. The three white areas of the flag represent the three so-called sides of Chicago, the north side, the west side, and the south side. And the four six-pointed red stars there each represent a major point in Chicago's history. You've got the historic Fort Dearborn, the 1871 Chicago Fire, the 1893 World's Fair, and the 1933 World's Fair. It's just a really well-known design in vexillology circles. It's pretty good. Willow says, "Famous for actually being a good American flag." Yeah, American city flags don't have a great reputation. Ryan the Pony says, "This is fairly amazing for a seal flag state." Why, Illinois? Why? Why? Let's see here. Alice says, "Every so often something happens, and everybody wonders if that's going to be the next star on the flag. Personally, I don't think they'll ever add another one." Alice is referring to how so many Chicagoans every now and then will propose adding a fifth star to the flag for like new major events. Like, for example, Chicago recently tried out to get the Olympics, and a lot of people were saying, "Hey, if we get the Olympics, we'll add a fifth star to the flag, because that'll be a big deal for our history." But they didn't get the Olympics. So, Alice, you might be right. I don't know if they're going to touch this classic design or not. And we actually got one Chicagoan who actually responded. Austin says, "Nothing but respect for my city. Simple, symbolic, good color design." Yeah, good job, Chicago. Number 8 is the flag of Yokohama, the second largest city in Japan. You guys gave this flag an average rating of 7.57 out of 10. It's got a white background with a red version of the city's emblem in the center of the flag. Now this is one of those really awesome Japanese prefecture city emblems where they take a piece of their name, and they write it in some Japanese script, and they take the characters and turn them into a really cool geometric emblem. So what Yokohama did here, they took the last two syllables, hama, wrote them in the katakana script, and they turned those characters into this really cool, simple diamond shape. I love it, it's beautiful. Matthew writes, "Japan knows how to do simple flags, keep it up." MG22 says, "It'd be good as a car company logo." Simpy writes, "Looks like it's from an anime. I'm not too sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing." And Vexillology Master just says, "Japanese flags are the best." Number 7 is the flag of Kathmandu, the largest city and capital of Nepal. And you guys really liked this one more than I thought you would. You guys gave this an average rating of 7.63 out of 10, which seems surprisingly high to me. It doesn't seem that unique, but alright, you guys liked it. I couldn't find very much information online about it, unfortunately, so let's just go to the comments. Alice says, "Nepal really has fun with their flags. Love them." They definitely had fun with their national flag. They definitely They definitely had some unique, bold ideas with the national flag. That one I can totally get behind. But as far as the Kathmandu flag, I'm not totally there. I'm kind of with Drea here, if I said that right. I'm not really a big fan of weaponry, but this actually looks nice. It does look nice. It's like, it's simple, but like, really? The sword? You guys are that fascinated with the swords? I got a bunch of comments like this one from Gucci. Swords are dope. and Gav, ooh, sword. Y'all are weird. And we actually got one person from Kathmandu who commented. Sitamsh, if I said that right, says, I might be a touch biased here since I am from Nepal and live in Kathmandu, but I think this is a bold, minimalist flag and strongly evokes the bloody, militaristic past of the city. Yay. Number 6 is the flag of Singapore, which is an enormous city in Southeastern Asia, as well as its own independent country at the same time. You guys gave this flag a score of 7.68 out of 10, which is pretty good. It's a horizontal bicolor with red on top and white on the bottom, and in the top left corner there is a crescent moon shape with 5 pointed stars next to it. The crescent moon is a reference to how new the country was at the time this flag was adopted, and the 5 pointed stars each have their own official meaning. Democracy, justice, peace, prosperity, and equality. Tracy says, great city and national flag. Marissa says, non-Islamic star and crescent design is actually pretty interesting. She's right, it doesn't officially represent Islam here. Usually when you see stars and crescents together on a flag, it's usually a reference to the religion Islam, but not officially on the flag of Singapore. Again, the crescent is for the newness of the country, and those 5 virtues I talked about are represented by those 5 stars. Has nothing officially to do with Islam, so that is interesting. Let's see, Lavender Sheep says, as a Singaporean, bias for me, and Marcus says, half moons doesn't work that way. Stars shouldn't be visible through the moon. Yes, Marcus, you are technically correct. It's not astronomically accurate because you can't see stars from Earth in front of the moon, or that would be big trouble for the Earth. Yeah, so astronomically it doesn't make sense, but I think it was probably a stylistic choice they were going for. And now we're in the top 5, starting with the flag of Guayaquil, the largest city in Ecuador. And oh my goodness, I love this flag. You guys gave this a rating on average of 7.76 out of 10, and it's really cool, and its history is really fascinating too. This flag is a lot older than a lot of the other flags on this list. This one dates all the way back to 1820, when the province of Guayaquil was revolting against the Spanish Empire. So at that time, Guayaquil was part of the Real Audiencia de Quito, which was one of the districts of the Spanish Empire at that particular moment. But they were getting tired of Spain's rule, so they revolted. And in 1820, they started to use this flag for their local area. Guayaquil ended up getting its independence before the rest of Ecuador did, which is really fascinating. So this flag sort of served as not just the city flag and province flag, but also for a little while as its own kind of national flag. It's had a really fascinating run as a flag. These 5 blue and white stripes look awesome, and these 3 5-pointed stars could either represent the 3 major cities of the province at the time, or they could also represent the 3 major districts of the Real Audiencia de Quito area. But whatever the reason is, this flag is really cool. Dell says it rivals Chicago for best use of stars. Roman writes, if the flags of Greece and Honduras had a baby. Rowan says, awesome, this is better than many state, city, and national flags. Because it kind of was all 3 at some point. And Gavin Show says, Ecuadorian flags must all be great. Not all of them, but like there are a lot of good Ecuadorian flags in the provinces, etc. Like they're worth looking into. They're definitely better than American ones. And Drea, if I said that right, says, amazing, splendid, relevant, recognizable, I would proudly fly this. And Guayaquil residents appear to agree. They're putting it on display, they're showing it off. Great flag, Guayaquil, good job. For number 4, you guys picked the flag of Amsterdam, the largest city and capital of the Netherlands, and I don't blame you at all. It's really cool. You guys gave it an average score of 7.9 out of 10, and oh, it's so unique and it's just so awesome. You've got these 3 horizontal stripes of red, black, and red with these 3 white St. Andrew's crosses in the center, and this design is taken from the shield from Amsterdam's city coat of arms. Way better idea than just slapping the coat of arms on some boring background. They took the shield's cool design and made that the flag's design. It's so good. Iris writes, very visually appealing up close and from afar, and very recognizable and unique, 11 out of 10. which actually wasn't an option on the form. You could only go up to 10, but I know what you mean. Trixie Pixie says, I love this flag. I also love that it came from the shield. Leah says, looks like the flag of an evil galactic empire. Gaff says, hardcore. And Grizzly Bear, if I said that right, says, the best part of this flag is you can find it around Amsterdam and the people are proud of it. That is always a good sign that you have a great flag. Number 3 is the flag of Osaka, which conveniently is the 3rd largest city in Japan. You guys gave this flag an average score of 8.08 out of 10, and it's a nice simple design. It's got a blue background with a yellow city emblem of Osaka in the center. But where did this emblem come from? It's actually not based on any Japanese text of Osaka's name, like you might expect. It's actually based on this wooden thing called a miyotsukushi. They're doing fireworks out there. Stop it! July 4th is over, people. Okay. It's called a miyotsukushi. If I said that right, please correct me if anyone knows Japanese, if I said that wrong. So what's a miyotsukushi? A miyotsukushi is this wooden stake that was used historically throughout Osaka's time as a very important port city, and it's still a very important port city actually today. So what they would do with all the ships going in and out of Osaka Bay doing trade, they would stick these wooden stakes, these miyotsukushi, into the waters of Osaka Bay to guide the ships going in and out. And these miyotsukushi became so well known in Osaka eventually that the city just adopted a miyotsukushi as its official emblem. That's a pretty cool origin story and a really cool reference to how important trade is to the city. Marissa writes, I really like the design on the flag. Japan's flags are generally great. Benjamin says, perfect, simple, and a mirror flag. I think he likes symmetry in flag design. Millie says, not sure what the symbol means, but awesome. Katie Cat says, striking but simple. And Eris says, work it, Osaka. Work it. Work. And now, the top 2 flags were really, really close to each other, but you guys picked for second place the flag of Phoenix, the capital of Arizona and the 5th largest city in the United States. It's got a really, really cool flag. It's got an unusual purple background with the city's awesome logo in the middle in white. You guys gave this flag a rating of 8.42 out of 10, and it's pretty cool. Man, it's cool. Okay, so of course, the emblem in the center is the mythical bird known as a phoenix. Very clever reference to the city's name there. Or maybe very obvious reference to the city's name. Now, the city's name is a reference to the ancient Hohokam civilization, which thrived in the area hundreds of years ago along the Salt River, where Phoenix is today. The Hohokam civilization built canals, they built structures, they did agriculture. Like, it was a fascinating civilization. So the guys that founded the modern city of Phoenix were thinking, hey, let's name it after the phoenix that rises from the ashes, because we're kind of building a new city on top of the ashes of the Hohokam civilization. That was the idea, but I think that's kind of dumb because the descendants of the Hohokam civilization are still around. You've got the Pima nations and the O'odham nations. They're still around and they're still living in the area. So calling that ashes is kind of stupid, I think, but the flag is definitely awesome. Roman writes, I mean, it's a phoenix. Al says, nice, look like something straight out from a sci-fi movie. Maple Strip says, I did a spit take when I saw this flag come up. This is gorgeous. Fatih says, they pretty much copied Japan's prefecture flags, which is a good thing. It does look kind of Japanese, doesn't it, compared to the other Japanese flags we saw. And Anna writes, it looks like Mozilla Firefox. It does. It does. And now, the winner, according to you guys, the #1 best major city flag in the world goes to the flag of Hong Kong. Approximately the 10th largest city in China, but it's kind of tricky to tell because it's one of those special administrative regions which has its own government separate from the Chinese government. But we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about the flag it's got. Hong Kong's flag is a brilliant example of good flag design. It's great. This is a great pick, guys. It totally deserves it. The symbolism of this flag is just genius. It's brilliant. Okay, so the emblem is absolutely fantastic. It's in the shape of a bauhinia flower, which is also known as a Hong Kong orchid, because it's a very well-known local symbol. You can see the flowers of this plant all over Hong Kong. It's known as a local symbol, and that's genius. But also, look inside the petals of the flower. You'll notice these 5 pointed stars, and there are 5 of them. Why is that? Because that is a reference to the national flag of China with its 5 stars. That is so good. And HTML here, who's from Hong Kong, says, simple, bauhinia as local symbol, 5 stars and red background related to China. Oh my goodness, it's so good. I can't stop looking at it. It's great. Chloe says instantly recognizable. Trolls writes it's simple but visually interesting and it's highly symbolic. Gold standard. Eden says absolutely beautiful. No doubt one of the best of all flags. Very memorable. I totally agree. Hong Kong, great job. This is a winning design right here. Absolutely brilliant flag design. Great choice, guys. Great choice. So there you go. Those are the top 10 major world city flags chosen by you guys from this survey. Thank you guys so much, every one of you who voted, and thank you for watching. Leave a comment. What's your favorite city flag on this list? Did I leave out any that you thought were really good? And also, stay tuned for the worst 10. Based on the same survey, I'm gonna go over your least favorite ones soon. So stay tuned for that. That should be fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much. This is the Hong Kong Flag and I saying peace, farewell, bye.